What caused the most significant changes in the 17th century? War, plague, or fire? King Charles I, 1625 to 1649, after King James VI and I, 1566 to 1625.
The 17th century in England was marked by significant events that brought about profound changes. The English Civil War, the Great Plague of 1665-1666, and the Great Fire of London in 1666. Each of these events had major impacts on society, politics, and the economy. Here's an analysis of the most significant changes caused by each. 1. English Civil War, 1642 to 1651. Political and social change. The Civil War fundamentally altered the balance of power between the monarchy and Parliament. The execution of King Charles I in 1649 and the establishment of the Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell marked a temporary end to the monarchy and a shift towards republicanism. Religious change. The war intensified religious divisions. The rise of Puritanism and other Protestant sects challenged the traditional Anglican Church, leading to greater religious diversity. Economic impact. The war caused significant economic disruption, damaging agricultural production, trade, and industry. However, it also led to reforms that would later facilitate economic growth. There too, the Great Plague, 1665 to 1666. Demographic impact. The Great Plague, part of the larger European outbreak, killed an estimated 100,000 people in London alone, about 15 to 20% of the city's population. The significant loss of life caused immediate labor shortages and social disruption. Public health and urban planning. The plague highlighted the need for better public health measures and urban planning. Subsequent efforts to improve sanitation and living conditions in cities were influenced by the lessons learned during the outbreak. Economic consequences. The immediate economic impact included the loss of workers and the disruption of trade and business. However, the longer-term economic impact was less profound than that of the Civil War. 3. The Great Fire of London, 1666. Urban reconstruction. The fire destroyed a large part of London, including 87 churches, 13,200 houses, and numerous public buildings. The reconstruction efforts that followed, led by figures like Sir Christopher Wren, transformed the city's architecture and infrastructure. Building regulations and fire safety. The fire prompted new building regulations, including the use of brick and stone instead of wood, which had a lasting impact on urban development and fire safety standards. Economic and social impact. The fire had a significant economic impact, displacing thousands of residents and destroying businesses. However, the rebuilding process stimulated economic activity and innovation. Comparison of impact. The English Civil War. This had the most profound long-term impact on England's political structure and society. The war and its aftermath redefined the relationship between the monarchy and Parliament, established precedents for constitutional governance, and fostered religious and social changes. The Great Plague. While the plague had a devastating short-term impact on population and public health, its long-term effects were less transformative than those of the Civil War. The immediate loss of life was significant, but the population eventually recovered. The Great Fire of London. The fire's impact was largely confined to London, prompting significant urban and architectural changes. While it spurred economic activity during the rebuilding phase and led to lasting changes in building practices, its overall national impact was less significant than the Civil War. In conclusion, while all three events were significant, the English Civil War had the most far-reaching and lasting impact on 17th century England. It fundamentally changed the political landscape, influenced social and religious structures, and set the stage for the development of modern British democracy.